My scenario involves Mr. Kevin Jones. He's a 36-year-old single father who has 2 children. He's currently unemployed and homeless. He frequently visits a local clinic where I will be acting as the nurse. We've developed a relationship recently, and he has voiced that he is ready to change his situation, but not really sure how to do so. So I gathered some things for him, and he will be entering shortly. Hi, Kevin.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good.
All right, well, I've been thinking about our last conversation, and I took it upon myself to gather some resources. Do you have time to sit down and chat for a little bit?
Sure.
All right. So there's a organization I found, and I got this brochure for you. It's called Strategies to End Homeless. They have a program called Homeless to Homes Plan, and this plan actually targets providing resources to the homeless in the Cincinnati and Hamilton County area. So they do this by providing comprehensive services and access for you, and they also track and facilitate movement from homeless to permanent housing. They provide a lot of services that can help you along the way, and they'll help you navigate each individual step in the process. So if you need shelter placement or supportive housing while you're on this pathway to permanent housing, they'll also provide those additional resources for you and your family. So this brochure breaks down the aspects of this program nicely for you. Does it sound like something you might be interested in?
Yeah, I'm just not sure how to go about it.
All right, so that's what I'm here to help you with. I'm willing to help you navigate each step of this and what they have to offer, how to best take advantage of these individual resources, and what step we need to take when.
Okay. Let's see what we can do.
All right, great. So our first step is going to be to contact their centralized intake system. On that first bracket, that's kind of your initial step where they're going to screen you, and your wellness journey kind of begins there. The hours that you can call that are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The number is right here. It says 381-SAFE. And from there, a nurse will answer, and she'll go through a screening process with you, and that will determine which bracket of the plan you need to go in initially. All this information is provided here on this brochure for you. So once you call that number and go through your screening process, then they're going to set you up with the next steps to take. So the key word here, though, is going to be process. We're not going to call them and it will be an overnight fix. But once you start taking the correct steps and utilize these local resources, then you can kind of get onto the correct pathway of permanent housing versus the situation you're in now.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
All right, so I want you to make sure you understand the brochure. I'm really excited for you to be taking these next steps. We're going to incorporate these new health promoting behaviors. You're going to get to see where this journey will take you in the long run, and I think you'll be pretty happy about it as well. I want to review this with you though, and have you kind of repeat back the next steps to make sure we're on the same page and you know where we need to go from here once you leave our little meeting. So go ahead and tell me what you think you need to do next.
Probably need to call them tomorrow, right?
Yep, and what hours do you feel like?
9 a.m.?
Yeah, 9 a.m. We're going to call that number that I gave you here in the brochure.
Yes.
Gotcha. And then if you have run into any trouble or you need any additional help with that first step, then I'll be here throughout the day to provide support, and you can always stop back in and we can go back through it together. Once they give you your next step, then you can come back in, we'll sit back down and go from there and kind of realign our plan.
Okay.
Do we have any other questions? Do you feel like you are at a good spot with this?
Tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll call them and go from there, right?
Yeah, I think that's great.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.